B-March Boxing back at it with another post-fight review. Joe George, 10-0 versus Marcos Escar, Escar, Escudero. Can't pronounce his name right now. Who is 10-1, and that one lone loss came to Joe George in a very controversial fight. I believe sometime early this year or sometime at the end of last year. That was a fight they had on Showbox. You know what I mean? These guys compete at the light heavyweight division, and this was a rematch. Marcos Escudero, I thought he won the first fight. He got the raw deal, didn't get the decision. They did the rematch, and the rematch was totally different for the first fight. You know what I mean? Joe George, he won the first round, using aggression, winning on the inside, staying close, and using his jab. But Marcos Escudero started getting on the inside as well and started pumping his jab and had the guy Joe George on the outside. On the ropes. You know what I mean? He was on the ropes just like he was for the most part in the first fight. You know what I mean? Um, Escudero wasn't quite as active as far as throwing punches in bunches like he was in the first fight. In this second fight, he was more calculated with his punches, hitting the target at a high percentage, left hooks to the body, using his jab, not really trying to engage, would back the man Joe George on the ropes, and he would now let his hands go. And Joe George was basically losing the fight all the way through the ninth round, basically because of inactivity. He wasn't hurt by no means. But in round 8, he started percolating, and he even caught the man Marcos Escudero on the top, over the top with a right hand that kind of grazed him on his head. But the man went down. Wasn't counted as a knockdown. The referee called it a slip. I thought it was a knockdown, But, because it was a landed punch. Do I know the impact of how hard it was? I can't tell. I wasn't the one getting hit. But, it was a landed punch. The man went down. I thought it should have been counted as a knockdown. That's neither here nor there. Because Joe George, he'd been shooting that right uppercut all throughout the fight. Some were landing, some weren't. But he caught him in the ninth round. He threw a straight right hand over the top, a lead right hand, and he missed. The man, Marcos Escudero, shifted his head towards the right, as per the instructions he was being given by his trainer, Kevin Cunningham. And this was his first fight with Kevin Cunningham. He shifted his head to the right because Kevin Cunningham was telling him he needs more head movement. And that's exactly what he did. But he didn't have his right hand up around his temple area, or just have his right hand up as he bobbed his head towards the right. And he got caught with a mean uppercut. A mean left hook. Mean left uppercut from the outside. You know what I'm saying? It was just a perfect placement of the man Escudero's head. He shifted when he dodged the straight lead right hand, tilted towards the right, and he was in a perfect placement for a left uppercut that Joe George wasn't really targeting throughout the fight. He was more shooting his right uppercut. But now we caught him with the left, and boom, flatlined, laid the man out. You see the man right there on the thumbnail, man, looked like he got crucified. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get up. He tried to get up. He tried to get up his head, his upper torso. He tried. The referee gave him his 9-10 count. He couldn't get up. He said it's over. It was a violent, scary knockout, because this man Escudero was controlling when winning the whole fight. He was actually winning this fight easier than the first fight. Not really throwing punches and bunches, mad combinations like he did in the first fight. A lot of them missed, but he was winning due to activity in the first fight. This time he was more calculated with his punches. But he got caught slipping. One mistake. That's all it took. Joe George remains undefeated, 11-0, while the man Escudero suffers his second loss, straight second loss in a row. to Joe George. You know what I mean? Does he want a trilogy fight? I highly doubt it. The man Joe George is moving on to bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? This is at the earliest stage of their career. Fellas in the chat, what's up with y'all? Mike 202, what the deal, man? What's up with you, big man? Mike 202 in the chat said that was a great uppercut. Vicious. The punch placement was accurate, you know what I mean? Devastating left uppercut. And he had been working on his right joint, but he didn't seem to hurt the man, you know what I'm saying, with the right uppercut. And Joe George actually had hurt his Marcus Escudero in the first fight, I believe in the later rounds, you know what I mean? And he believed he could do it again, and sure enough, it just took one punch and Slim was gone. Out. Del Payan, oh, that's Fairmouse. He's speaking Hispanic or Spanish. I'm not too sure what that means. CMD Boxing Report says that knockdown was so dangerous that there was no reason for a count. Yeah, absolutely. There was no reason for a count. You know what I mean? That's the type of knockouts, you know, the type of knockdowns the referee just see it. This dude ain't getting up. Felma says, I want to see the fight, bro. The KO. Well, you should subscribe to Showtime. Pay your cable bill, get you Showtime on your cable box, and you'll be able to watch the fight. I can't show the fight because I don't have the rights to these Showtime PBC fights. If I show the fight, famous, if I show the fight, man, I could get my channel banned and stricken. Get strikes on that joint. So that's what I'm not going to do. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm watching a guy from Washington, D.C., from the nation's capital, fighting against a guy by the name of Reese Alim versus Marcus Bates. So that's what we on tonight. Showtime PBC, they showcasing the little guys, you know what I mean, 122 pounds. So leave your thoughts and comments. If y'all saw that knockdown, let me know what you thought of that knockdown, and let me know what you think of Joe George. Do you think he has a promising career? He's kind of old for his being only 11-0. He's 31 years old at the light heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be active often in order to be fast-tracked to get a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Because kind of like Adonis Stevenson did at 175 pounds. Because Adonis was started boxing late too. So we shall see. B Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. I'm gone. Mike 202 says you're right, as CMD Boxing reports. Yeah, that joint ain't need no knock. Ain't no count. It ain't need no count. B Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. Peace.